George Kilpatrick Inspiration for the Nation, celebrating people we feel good about. Orange season is about to kick off in about a week, but we have the head coach of the Syracuse Orange, Fran Brown, in the house. We see this interview and this conversation as a little bit outside the lines, a little bit inside the lines, to get to know who you are as an individual and what your expectations are for the season and what fans can come to expect from a Fran Brown-led program. So welcome to Inspiration for the Nation.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, George. Pleasure.
Appreciate you as well. So, all right, talk to me about your background coming up and what made you want to pursue a career in coaching after your playing days.
Well, I'm from Camden, New Jersey. So I just always played football, though, just understanding. I think football was like a safe haven. It was a place where most of the kids just have an opportunity to go at. When I started playing football for the Centerville Semblers, it was only one team in the entire city. So everybody had to go to that place and play. And then the guys that didn't, they went and played in the suburbs. So it's kind of like we always would mess with them. Like, yeah, you couldn't start here, so you went there. You went done this. But it was just something I wanted to do. Coaches had been great male role models ever since Little League all the way up through high school. And just once I got cut from the Bengals the second time, it was more so I didn't really know what to do. I just wanted to make some money, but I just naturally started training a bunch of kids and working them out. Then I coached my son's Little League team, and then I coached the high school team and my son's Little League team together 1 year. Next year I went over to Temple. I helped, and they got me a job in player development. And as soon as I got the player development job, I was like, damn, I won't be a head coach. I was around this coach, and I watched who the head coach was and how he was doing things, and I seen it, and I said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Watch.
You talked about getting cut from the Bengals, and obviously you had the dream of an NFL career. What did that do for you personally, and then how did that influence how you wanted to prepare these young people?
Personally, it hurt. Personally, I was crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get cut, and that's what you've been wanting to do your entire life. And then it's like, okay, you keep working out, then you come back again the next year, and then you get the chance to play, and then you get cut again. So it's like, dang, what to do? Because I never prepared for anything else. I didn't know how to advocate for myself. There were some things that I was I didn't know how to do. And I was, it wasn't even in my mindset to be able to do it. And that's one of the reasons why I do love coaching. And I like it because I get to teach the players how to advocate for themselves, and speak for themselves, and make sure I'm showing them how to become educated and not just go get a degree, but go get educated and then set yourself up academically to do something that you're comfortable doing on a daily basis, making money to provide for you and your family. Are you going to be happy doing it? I asked them, are you going to be happy doing this at 35 years old with 2 kids and a wife? Can you get up every day and go to work doing this and you're happy? If you can, then that's what you need to go to school for. If you can't say that, then don't go for that. Because that's important, And I didn't know that. I got 2 degrees in criminal justice. I'm not going to be a cop. I thought about being an FBI agent, some of that nature, as I started to figure out. And it's like, dang, what do I do? I didn't know what to do. So.
You've obviously come to Syracuse, and I found it interesting how you ended up here. Describe for us, for those who don't know, how you actually ended up becoming the coach at Syracuse.
I gave the AD a call. I hit the AD up, and I told him he didn't pick up at first, and I texted him, told him who I was, and I said the best way to find out about Fran Brown is through Fran Brown, because I knew people were calling and telling him about myself, but I was just tired of people trying to speak for me.
So you were in the mix already?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you wasn't?
There were people that was just saying,
oh, okay.
You should probably do it with this guy. You should go with that guy. Just everybody saying stuff. So I just wanted to speak for myself because, you never know who's really speaking for you and how they're speaking for you. So unless that's your guy, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Let me speak for myself. Let me call out and do it. So then if it doesn't happen, then it's on me.
Right. And so now you got the job, and there's obviously some certain expectations for this football program. What are you looking to do immediately with the program? What's your
But
yeah? You want to win, obviously, but what are the steps to getting there for you?
impacting the community, being able to do things that aren't about yourself, eliminating entitlement, just educating men, getting them closer with their faith. Faith is everything to me. So
Mm-hmm.
showing them how to get locked in on their faith. Because once I get a bunch of young men that are faith driven, that are doing what grown men do, then the football gonna handle itself. But my job is to educate young men, get these young men to be ready for the real world, get these young men to be ready to give back, to get them to be ready to run households, to be good fathers and good husbands. Like that's important. And anytime you don't make it about that, and you make it just about football, then you're not gonna do well in football. Unless you just got those freak athletes, some programs that just got, but they just better than them. So that works that way. But we're not one of those programs. So we're DART, which is detailed, accountable, relentless, and tough. And we're gonna do that in all aspects of our lives. And I'm gonna make sure that I hold myself accountable. They'll hold me accountable, and I'll hold them accountable. So that way, we can all have great lives.
It's almost as if I hear you saying winning is important, but it's bigger than that. That's what I'm hearing from you.
It is. It's always been bigger than that. I just didn't find that out until you get a little bit older, when you have different kids coming and speaking to you about personal things that are going on in their lives, and they still trying to play this when there's so much pressure on a young kid that's 19 years old to provide for his entire family and things that he wants to do. Like, I got to be able to take that heat off of him. I want to show him what life is. I want to introduce him to the man above and say, okay, so first off, if you put all your faith in him, because if you put all your faith in man, man can let you down. Man has an expiration date, so that man that you counting on might not be able to be there for you just because it was his time to go. So it's always been about that, and once you could show them that and you show them you care and you love them, you don't show them you love them just by saying it. My actions going to show you I love you and I care about you and I want to see you be successful. When I'm talking to your parent and you've been here for 3 years and me and your parents still got a good relationship and I'm still recruiting you, I'm not recruiting. It's just something that a lot of people do, but I'm going to build a genuine relationship with you. And as we get that genuine friendship, you're going to know if I'm hurt. I'm going to know when you're hurt. It goes back and forth. Like I'm a vulnerable man. When things are going wrong in my life, the best way to teach them is for them to see that I'm going through some things and they can see their vulnerability in myself. So now them as young men, young football players, young little Iron Men running around wanting to hit and do things, know that it's okay to show vulnerability. That doesn't mean you're weak. That means that you're actually stronger.
That is so antithetical to what we think football is, right? This idea of a young man being able to show vulnerability, or even as a leader being able to show vulnerability. How do you make that work?
I just like vulnerability doesn't mean that you can't fight. Like if you had to fight, like we're in an era that you should never have to do that anyway. But that doesn't mean you can't fight. That doesn't mean I can't play football, that I can't hit, that I'm not physical. It just means that I'm hurting and I need to heal and I need help healing. So I want to let it out. I want to be able to talk to you and talk to you guys about it. So now it's off my chest because you may have went through it. Some people could sympathize. Some people going to be able to empathize. So when I get both of those things, it kind of helps, I think it helps healing, vulnerability. And by being able to speak on it, it allows you to heal a little bit faster. So you don't got to go through it by yourself. You don't have to have all those wounds. You don't have to hold everything inside. And then all of a sudden you explode. You make a decision that isn't best for your future. You're making decisions that'll give you instant gratification. And now that instant gratification took away everything you worked on and worked for because you couldn't control it anymore.
I bet for a lot of young men, this is the first time for them that they're hearing a message like that gives them permission to be a whole person.
Without a doubt. There's different conversations that I have with them and they come have with me and it's like, dang, like, yeah, it's cool. Act like this, man. I made these mistakes. Let me tell you what happened with me and mama. Tell you what went on with this. Yeah, you ain't talked to your pops in a while. Hey, me neither, man. And you know what? I'm very immature that I haven't been speaking to my dad because I'm still trying to hold on to stuff that happened because he wasn't there for me a long time ago. And I'm able to talk to him about that and just go through that with him and let him know that what I was doing is not right. And I want you not to do the same thing that I did. So this is how we can make it the right way. This is how we can make you a better man than me. So then that way they'll be able to help my son and my son's friends and things of that nature.
Talking with Fran Brown, Syracuse Orange head football coach. What are some of the attributes that you are looking for in your players, both on and off the field? And you described a little bit of that, but if you were to sum it up, what do you really?
Character, size, and speed.
Mm-hmm.
Character, size, and speed. Like if I could sum it up and just like what you want, guys with good character, guys that are big enough and fast enough and athletic enough. Character, size, and speed. I always tell everybody big people beat little people up. So I'd rather have a lot of big, fast people, and then I'll teach them everything else.
Would you say you're nervous about your first game?
No, I'm nervous about practice tomorrow. Yeah, any event that's about to come, I just try to make sure I prepare for it to get through it. But God already got that set up. What's going to happen there? What's going to happen? I just got to do everything I need to do leading up to it because it's always two things I believe in everything. We always got two decisions to make. So I think God has that already handled. I just got to continue to do everything the right way and get our players to believe and do those things the right way. And whatever outcome he needs us to have to allow us to grow, that's the outcome we're going to have.
What are the two decisions you have to make?
Continuously focus on today, or I can start looking at the game like everybody else is. And then when the game comes, I wouldn't be prepared for the game. And the players wouldn't be prepared for the game. So you wouldn't see the best version of ourselves.
Recruitment has been described as one of your strengths. What are the strategies that you have extracted to attract the top talent and to continue to attract top talent to the program?
You're hearing the conversation you and I are having right now, right? Would you come play for me?
I would.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just being honest. I'm genuine. Yeah, it's no like pitches. Everybody got different pitches and things they say. Like, nah, I'm just myself. And when you consistently can do that over and over and over and over and over, it's not you. Everybody can't keep those recruiting pitches. They start to forget them. You might have said something, but that's not really how you feel. That's not who you are. I stand on Fran Brown and what I say.
It's almost as if you're saying what you see is what you get. This is me.
Hey, I'm not changing. I can't change. This is who I am. Like I go through normal family stuff. Like I got an uncle right now that me and him not speaking, he getting on my nerves. Just like other people have stuff. There's different things that happen, but in the same sense, I still work, still got normal stuff that happens. But I'm a man. I'm a human. So I deal with the same things that everyone else deal with. So I don't try to put myself to be on a different pedestal, but I understand and I know that how I have to act. And I know that to whom much is given, much is required. So there's a certain way, there's certain things that I have to do because it's not about me no more. It's about this block S on my shirt.
Who would you say, well, there's a lot you just said, and now you know how there's like, okay, let me get to this next question, but I want to really just stay with what you just said about who you are as a person and what you expect from your players. But you also expect something else, and that is that they be involved in the community, right? And when you first came in, you said that you're going to mandate 30 hours of community service for your players. You still doing that? Is that still going to happen?
They passed 30 hours.
They done, right?
Yeah, we already passed that.
So what does that mean? Why was that important for you to make that a part of engagement with the community in various different ways? Why was that critical for you?
Because why do you want somebody to cheer for you when you don't go do nothing with them? What gives me the right to cheer for you? You haven't given back to us. You're not around us. You're not doing things with us. Why should I cheer for you? Mm-hmm. Why do I need to be a fan of yours when you're not a fan of mine? Mm-hmm. I think it goes both ways. Yeah, you're the player. You're getting a degree. Cool. You're getting this. You're the player. You get the degree. We come watch you play. We go, what are you doing for us? And I think that when you look at it that way, it's like, yo, they're right. Like, we got to go there. Got to be around them. You got to be in a community. Make them feel connected. There's a connection now. Now, if there's no more up the hill, I'm slowly but surely, I'm about to get rid of the stuff I'm going to put some more dirt and concrete, and it's just going to be one level where it won't be up the hill no more. Like, up the hill is going to be a dream. When I'm done here as the coach, it's going to be like second nature.
So how do organizations who want the value of those players to be in community, how do they get you and your team involved?
We got different people that reach out to. We got Dion Maddox, who runs our community service, and Tyler, different people. Just get in touch with everybody through the school. I mean, it's easy. Then I'm around. You'll see me. I'm running to you outside.
Yeah.
Like, everybody sees me around. I was just down at the back to school giveaway. What was that? Saturday?
With Mary Nelson.
Miss Mary Nelson. Like, Mary Nelson know how to get in touch with me. Like, a good friend of mine. Son cuts my hair, but like she's a sweet lady. Yeah. Great lady. Like, ask her. You need to get in touch with me if something you want done, she'll tell you. She can get whatever she needs from us. So she's already made it known that she got our back and we got hers.
I love that. And it sounds like what I'm hearing you say is it's kind of like family. And I know that family has been important to you, has shaped you in many ways, and has also been very challenging for you. Talk about the influence of family.
Family means everything. See, the one thing, though, as you get older, when you talk about family, right, we might be born into family, cool. But I get to pick who I want to deal with. Pick who we want to deal with. We get to pick and do those things because they say you are who you hang with, right? So it's just like, but family is everything. We're on the same mission. We all trying to get to the same place. We all got to end the goal. My final destination is heaven. I want to be around a bunch of people that got the same ending goals. It doesn't matter what you do or what your occupation is or how much money you make or what you're about. What matters is that you're trying to get to heaven and I'm trying to get to heaven. And if I could show you how to do a little bit better while on earth, or if you could show me how to do a little bit better while on earth, why not we connect? We ain't got to go to the club together, but let's share some of this advice and some of this knowledge that we have to give to each other. So that way we can continue to get the youth up. Let's just continue to pick our youth up and continue to do that. Not just, and when you look at it, you got right down the hill and then you say up the hill. It is too close for it not to be connected. It is too close for those young kids that look like me to not know what it's like to grow up in a family with both of my parents went to college, both of my parents did this. This is why I own this right away. Now, we're changing that. We're going to get that all switched around. We're going to get it all changed. And it is not like dang, it's like, it would be amazing if you go, no, that's second nature. You're going to college. You want to hear why? How do I know I'm going to be able to go to college? Because Coach Fran did. And his mom had him at 13. And his pops wasn't there, so there's no excuses no more. Like, we got to get it. We got to push him to go do it. And everybody got to stay on him so they can all go do it. I got left back in the 12th grade. I'm still the head coach at Syracuse. Those are some of the things that we have to all take ownership of being able to do, especially when we're in position that I'm in and we're in the seat that I'm in. We got to make sure we help everybody. Now, you got to be smart about who you help.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I'm saying? It's two types of crabs in that bucket, right? You notice it's the crab that gets out, and people be thinking that the other one's pulling him back in. He might be trying to pull him out, but he don't know how to let the other ones go. And it's like, bro, you my man. We've been together all this time. I got you. Come on, stop worrying about them. Let's do this, and then we're going to come back and get them. But they kind of pull the other one back, and then one crab get out by itself. But all those crabs aren't bad that's in that pot.
I love that. I never heard it described that way. He may not be able to let the other ones go, which sometimes you do have to cut some things off. That doesn't mean you're not coming back, but you do have to make a move for a minute.
Because I grew up with about a bunch of guys. I got a good friend of mine who's one of my closest best friends in the world, and in and out of stuff, different things. And I always tell him, yo, you should come do this. Yo, you should come do this with me. Come get this. He can't let go of that. I can. I ain't doing it. I ain't connected to them the way you connected to them. That's what you want to be on. Cool. That's on you. Hey, when you ready, let me know. but I ain't dealing with them. I can't do that. And I'm sticking to mine. So that way, one day when you are ready, I can get you. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the way that I feel that we have to be able to do. But we all haven't had that same mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always been able to pull out of us back. And it's not just Black, because we always get naturally it's the Black people, this and the white. No, that's going on in every culture. That's in every culture and every race. It's all the same. Whereas certain ones that they don't want to let go. Now you gotta let some of them go, and then circle the block and come back and get them. They might be ready later. They're just not ready right now.
What would your mom say about where Fran is today if she were here?
Crying. She would cry. She would be excited that she can go to some Giants games. That'd be her whole thing. She loved the Giants. Like my mom was tough. You know, she was and then like I got my mom's Bible on my desk and I go through it. And you know what's crazy, George? So many things highlighted, and I turn through different pages that I need in my life now. It's like crazy. Like it gives me a little bit of chills right now, just even sitting there talking about it. But there's so many pages that I'll look at and I'm like, dang, what was she thinking? You know, like my mom didn't go get an education. After she had me, she stopped school. So my mom stopped school in 7th grade. You know, didn't go back to school, but still went and tried, you know, tried to get a GED, tried to keep working 2 jobs and doing stuff. And when I was just looking at Bible, it's just like, it showed me the love and how like yo, this gotta be God, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no way that I could think anything else or think any other way different except for that being God. Cause like there's certain times that I need stuff and it's just a lot. I mean, it's a lot.
You have had some influential people in your life. I got 2 questions. First is, who was the most influential person in your coaching career? What do you enjoy most? And what are the biggest challenges? So that's the first question. I know there's 3 parts.
The most influential person in my coaching career, I would have to say the biggest, and that means like they impacted me a lot. I liked a lot. I would have to say Matt Rule. Like, because I'm saying I was like, who, hey, you need to come do this, you need to get this done. Like, I would say Matt Rule. But I would also say that like all of them, you know, Greg Schiano, like the detail comes from them. You know, that relentless and tough. That's Kirby Smart and Muschamp, you know, like those dudes had that, you know. Steve Adazio. And Steve Adazio was just like, he was the first person I seen do it and gave me that I knew I could do it. Mm-hmm. I watched how he did it, you know, and I said, oh yeah, I could do this. Because I've seen him do it. So he gave me the confidence that I could get it done. That's what I'll say.
What's the biggest challenge you face in coaching?
Biggest challenge? Just making sure that I'm there for all the players. Being able to truly feel their pain. Like that's a big challenge because like, so I'm from Camden, New Jersey.
You're from around the way, right?
Yeah, and I've been seeing and dealing with so many negative things my entire life that I became immune to like I'm desensitized. Like there's a lot of things that don't affect me the way that it affects people. And that's the biggest challenge for me. To be able to like try to, you know, feel their pain all the time and understand it. Because like someone passed away where I come from, a lot of people were saying better than me. You know what I'm saying? It was like better this than that. So like when dudes go through stuff, you know, it was like it's a lot of things that I want to truly like feel their pain. Like I want to take the pain away from them. Like let me take on it. You know, that's the biggest challenge because of my subculture and just all the stuff that's going on with all the players. Being able to say, bro, that's okay. Like dudes that be going through certain things. And like, hey, I grew up like this. But what's the challenge for me? It wasn't a challenge for them. So that's the biggest piece for me is being able to understand and know that everyone has problems, and their problems are important.
You won a championship with Georgia in 22. And so what is the mindset that is needed to motivate players to know that they can also, that Syracuse can also do that? What if you had to, and it's not just in football, but what is the winning mindset that has to be adopted for anyone to win, if you will?
Dark. Every day. You can't take days off. We don't got the same players that all those teams have. But it doesn't require talent to be detailed, accountable, relentless, or tough.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't need to beat you by 50. 1 point's a butt whooping. So if I could just win one day at a time, and you keep counting one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, eventually that's going to add up to the whole thing. And that's what I would say. You know, just, it requires dark, and it requires you to do it daily. And you never know what day gonna catch up. So you can't like, I'm gonna get it back tomorrow. It catches up when it catches up.
So you said detail,
Yep.
accountability, relentlessness, and being tough.
Detailed, accountable, relentless, and tough.
Detailed, accountable, relentless, and tough.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
That's what it's gonna take.
Every single day.
You gotta just do it daily, especially if you at a program such as ours, which we're building and rising. Because are we all the best athletes in the world? No. Do we got some of the better athletes in the world? Yeah. But if everybody's on the same page and we all becoming men and we all are detailed, we're accountable, relentless, and tough, then we got a chance. And that just gives you a chance. You know, that doesn't mean you're going to do it. You still just get a chance.
I guess I'll wrap up by asking you, Fran, what's one thing that you haven't been asked yet that you want to put out to the community? One thing you haven't been asked, but you've been dying to tell us. What's that one thing?
Really nothing. I just want to make sure I know that I love it. I love everybody up there, and I want to see you do well. Like, I don't care who you are. You might be going through something right now, or you're going through family issues and different things. I want to make sure you know that God loves you, and just stay locked in. You know, just stay locked in one day at a time. Just keep chopping away at it one day at a time. And whatever it is you're looking to get, it will come. But you can't quit on you.
August 31st will be the first game of the season. I know you hope to see the dome filled.
Yeah, it got to be filled. It's going to be straight. We got to win first for it to be completely filled.
Okay.
But we got to handle our part, and then I know the people got them. Syracuse is a good place. They're going to do what's right, so we'll be cool.
Let's go Orange. Fran Brown, head coach, Syracuse Orange. Appreciate your time. Welcome to the Cuse. Welcome to Inspiration for the Nation, Black-owned media in Syracuse. We appreciate you spending some time with us today.
I appreciate you. Be safe, George, and good luck with everything, man.
Appreciate that. Inspiration for the Nation.